Hey guys, good morning. It's me, Cali. Waking up at the nest here this morning. It is freezing outside, but warm and cozy inside. And it's about 7 o'clock, super early. I got up really early and I've just been enjoying the morning, listening to a little Wayne Dyer meditation and starting the day. So I'm going to get in the shower here in a little bit and we'll see what the day holds today. We're definitely just staying here at the nest and relaxing today. Here's what our day's looking like outside. I'm gonna have Tom and Nick pick me up some bird food later, and I think it's safe to hang the suet again, so they'll be happy. And I'm still just enjoying the morning, nice and easy here. And I also wanted to share with you that I've been meaning to incorporate some kind of a daily journaling practice for a long time, and periodically I start one and then give up on it. But I'm going to begin again today, actually, with just putting down some positive affirmations and intentions and start a daily journal practice. So I'll tell you more about this stuff after I've had some more coffee and I'm awake. But yeah, positive change is coming. Or they're here. There you are. Okay, I just got out of the shower, obviously. So I'm gonna get dressed and make a fresh pot of coffee, and then I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit. I have no idea what we're gonna do today, except take it easy as per usual. So I'll see you in a little bit. Here's a look at our day today. You could see my car is buried under snow. I told you I was at the cave all week, and the door right now is fogging up from the heat and the cold. It's like 3 degrees outside. So, but beautiful blue skies, and we had a white Christmas, and someone just came and shoveled my walkway here, one of my landlord's guys. So shout out to them, whoever that was. And while I'm waiting for the coffee, I figured I would just do a little cleaning up here. I pulled out the vacuum, and I'm going to do some vacuuming and some light housework. I'm trying to take it easy today, but going a little stir crazy. So I'll see you back here with a cup of coffee. Okay, another big advantage of living in a small space, it takes about 3 minutes to clean the floors. So that's done. And the only other thing that I wanted to do today that I didn't think would be too strenuous is clean out the refrigerator. That's always a lot of fun. It's not too bad in there, but I think all of my mason jars, I was like, where are my jars? Um, are growing science experiments, and there's like old soup and I don't know. It just looks scary in there. So I figured I could get through that and I'll have some jars back and that won't be too strenuous. So isn't that exciting? Do you guys get the urge to purge around this time of year? I definitely do. But let's have some coffee, shall we? Hello. I have my new mug with my grandbabies on it, who I got to FaceTime everybody at Christmas, and everybody had a great, great time. So, yeah, even though I miss them, they're right here. So, let me pour a little bit of coffee. And then I will put this on a tripod and say hi to you guys face to face and just catch you up with what's been going on this week. Yeah, so I'll see you over on the couch. Ah, there you are. Well, cheers to your good health and a prosperous new year. And thanks for being here so much, you guys. I love each and every one of you. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. And I'll just fill you in on the last week. I've been at the cave all week long with Nurse Tom, who, hats off to Tom again, you guys. He's so amazing. I'm so blessed. He took excellent care of me this whole time, talking about my shoulder again. I'll give you the update. I saw you on Wednesday and last Thursday, and I stopped using my crutches last week. So, he got the wheelchair out and just escorted me around like I was a queen on a throne. So I'm so appreciative. But Thursday, I had my annual physical appointment, and we wound up going to the wrong office in the wrong town. My bad. And I was ready to cancel the appointment, and Tom was like, no, you need to go be seen again. I hadn't been sleeping at all with the pain from the shoulder. So thanks to his insistence, and because I'm the first one to cancel something, you guys, I'll be like, oh, well, I'll do it next week, or tomorrow sounds better. It's something I need to continue to work on. But with his prodding, we got me to the doctor, and I have my regular annual physical, and my doctor thought that I had a torn rotator cuff. So he told me to go and get some x-rays, all in the same building, and then to follow up stat with orthopedic, which was very close by across the street. So we went and got the x-rays, and then we went over to orthopedic, who of course had no idea what we were talking about and no record of anything, and there was a lot of miscommunication and chaos going on. But finally, we were able to see an orthopedist, and he looked at my x-rays, and luckily I do not appear to have a torn rotator cuff, which usually requires surgical intervention. But instead, he said that I have severe inflammation, due to what I can only assume is from the other things that I had already talked about. Crutch walking, poor posture at the computer, things like that, the way I sleep, etc., etc. I just didn't realize that it could be aggravated that gently. I thought you had to really sustain some kind of a traumatic injury, but I guess that repetitive movement, and I'm getting older. Isn't this fascinating? But it's so funny that, like with anything, if you get a new car, or I remember when I was pregnant a million years ago with my kids, every time you look around, you see somebody with the same car, or they're pregnant, or they have the same diagnosis, or, when I lost my leg, I kept seeing amputees. it's not that there's more of those things, you're just hyper aware, right? So of course now everybody I talk to or see or hear of has some kind of a shoulder issue, and whether it's bursitis or tendonitis or rotator cuffs or, you know, all that kinds of stuff. So I, at the orthopedist, they gave me a cortisone shot, and it was my first cortisone shot. And again, thank God for Tom being there. I was so labile and moody, tearful, punch drunk from not sleeping and in pain that I just lost it. I was like, I cried like a baby. And thank God he was there. But that needle is no joke. And I'm an RN, and I have given my share of intramuscular injections. But you know it's going to be a big deal when they break out the lidocaine spray first. And, it, you know, they have to go slow. Anyway, I don't mean to get too graphic, but I got my first cortisone injection on Thursday. I've had interrupted sleep every night since then, including last night, but every day it's incrementally better. So, you know, if the pain was at a 9.5 on Thursday, today it's like at a 6, and I'm starting to notice a little bit more improvement in my, I still can't lift it, but I can kind of put it out to my side. There's marginal improvement. So thank you for the love and the healing you guys have sent my way. I shared with you the tubie that Tom had got for me. I showed you this last week. As long as I keep my elbow close to my body, I can, like a pterodactyl, like T-Rex, I'm like, ah, ah. But to move it out, anyway, I'm so tired of talking about it. I can imagine you guys are tired of hearing about it. But I know a lot of people could probably relate. This thing has been wonderful as far as putting support under my shoulder, sleeping it's helped with. It also is amazing for my lower back, and I can just kind of roll on it and get some good clunkers. So this has been much better than that rolling pin that I was abusing myself with. So this has been great. I recommend it. And also, I think Teresa, shout out to Teresa, kept recommending Icy Hot. And speaking of lidocaine, I did finally break down and get some. We also got some patches of the Icy Hot. And honestly, I was looking at the Rite Aid brand, and it was comparable because it's only lidocaine and menthol, and this stuff is fairly pricey. So I think the next time, if I continue to need it, I will try the Rite Aid brand because, again, there's only 2 ingredients, and it was the exact same thing. But these were on sale, like half price, which was good. And unfortunately, I've been eating way too much of this, which has been tearing up my stomach. And the doctor recommended Aleve, which is another non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Tom got me some Aleve, and I was supposed to take it twice a day. Let me tell you something. It was like taking a Tic Tac. You guys, I have a high tolerance for pain. I told you for years after my leg, I was on opioid painkillers. Don't want to go down that road again. The only thing that has touched the pain has been this ibuprofen. And again, I know the side effects are not wonderful for my liver or my stomach or my GI tract, but really it's been my only saving grace. And so I stopped taking the Aleve because it didn't seem to be effective at all. And you can't take ibuprofen if you're taking that. You can take Tylenol. But anyway, I stopped taking the Aleve. I'm just taking the ibuprofen for now. Hopefully it's going to continue to improve. If it does not, which I'm not even entertaining, then I'm supposed to go back and follow up again and another cortisone treatment, I guess. But we're going to heal, right? Because whenever you get some kind of a diagnosis, you either suffer or you heal. And so every day I'm like, thank you for healing my shoulder. Thank you for letting me have full range of motion. thank you for the pain going away. You know, I'm trying to act as if, and it's working. And also another thing Tom grabbed, again, did I mention how good he is? Are these, this is called Thermamax, and it is one of those heat up pads that you put in the microwave. It's got gel in it. Okay, and you heat it up, and this is just a cushy pad on the outside. I did make my own with beans and flaxseed, but I have to be honest with you guys, it stunk so bad that I think it was the flaxseed. I couldn't take it, and I didn't want to mix like essential oils with that smell. So this has been good, and it has a Velcro strap, so you can put it anywhere you want it, but I've been pretty much just over my shoulder here. And as also part of my treatment plan, the doctor recommended some PT exercises. Okay, just real basic, but boy, do they hurt. And I'm trying not to do it too much to the point where it's really aggravated, but I'm doing these at least twice a day, and I have been. And we bought Tom, again, this is called a TheraBand, and I actually have, it's a resistance band. It came with 3 in the pack, and it's an elastic band. Let's see, it came with blue, black, and silver, which is the intermediate weight resistance, if you will. And there are some PT exercises that I'm doing like that. Okay, and I'm supposed to hold it for like 8 seconds and stuff. But you guys, this has turned out to be, as all these kinds of things are, a blessing in some ways. It has made me, or allowed me to really look at some bad habits that I've been getting into, specifically my morning routine, and throughout the day. My name is Cali. I'm an internet addict. I spend way too much time. I have spent in the past way too much time on the internet. Mindless surfing. I literally would wake up first thing in the morning. I would turn on YouTube on the TV, the computer on Facebook, you know, and then check my phone. And all day long, those 3 things would be going like nonstop. And I would, I don't know, just mindlessly surf hours. And to some extent, I've chosen to make YouTube a part of my life, and I need to be on the internet for certain things like filming and editing. I love to check Facebook in the morning. I like to see what my friends and family are doing. I like posting my music trivia. But honestly, all of these things can be done in like less than an hour. Not the editing and things like that, but the social aspect, okay? When I think of all the mindless hours that I've spent hunched over, not moving, you know, my mobility is already compromised because of my amputation. I don't need to just be sitting on my butt. Plus, doing art isn't really, not that I'm looking to work out, but I want to be fit. And I think, you know, as I'm aging, I need to take care of this vessel, right? And part of taking care of that is engaging in exercise. You know, I've changed my diet, and trust me, I haven't forgotten about doing a 2-year vegan intermittent fasting follow-up video. If I say I'm going to do something, trust me, I have not forgotten. I'm going with the flow right now, folks. So I've changed my diet, but there's other things that I want to be mindful of. And part of this is this time of year. I've said before that I resolved to never make resolutions, but it's true at this time of year that I look to do more purging and, you know, fresh slate kind of things, and setting intentions for the year. And A lot of that this year is going to do with health, and this has kind of forced my hand to pay closer attention to that right now. So I've, in the past few days, and I only just have started this, instead of first thing when I wake up, I'm meditating, which is so difficult, or has been difficult for me, to quiet my mind. I'm trying to be still and heal, right? So I'm doing that. And the same thing with the journal. I want this to become a disciplined practice. And I was talking with Tom about it. And they say that, like habits become ingrained after 30 days or something, right? And you could do anything for 30 days. And same thing with the exercise. These PT exercises are allowing me to stretch, and I'm stretching other parts of my body. And I want to incorporate yoga, as much as I can, one-legged yoga in my life. I want to drink more water. I want to just be more mindful. And again, I'm still going to engage in my social media habit. But I'm aware of it a lot more now, and I don't want to just be sitting on the couch in front of the computer mindlessly surfing. So that has already changed because of what's been going on with my shoulder. And, to sit and rest is so hard for me this whole week. I've been blessed to be at the cave with Tom and just chill out, and we've watched Netflix and Amazon, and we had Christmas movie marathons and just relaxing. And I haven't been on the computer, and just briefly, and it's been good. And again, I'm sitting here right now today, I'm like, oh, I really feel the need to purge. I want to KonMari the house again, and especially with the changes that we're going to be doing with the workbench. I have all these ideas. I have storage, little dressers and units that I want to incorporate, and my mind is going. I want to do things, and I need to just be here now, right? But one thing that I do want to do, so enough of that. That's the shoulder, and like I said, I'm happy with these new changes, and I'm excited for this new year upcoming. Every day's a new day. I don't put a lot of stock in, okay, starting January 1st, which, by the way, is Tom's birthday. It's my New Year's baby. Love my Capricorn. Every day's a new day, right? But I am of that mindset, and I do feel motivated, and I have many ideas for videos for you guys, and I'm looking forward to the new filming setup where I can, just comfortably be able to create in a space. So that is coming up, and I'm going to give my couch to my son, which is wonderful. That worked out really well. So when that time comes, at least we're looking at the spring, okay? But these changes will be occurring. So super excited about that. I'm actually looking at some notes I took to just kind of remind myself of what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I think that is it. Dyson Deal, which, welcome. I have a lot of new members in the Dyson Deal group, and a lot of new members at Rita and I have a lot of new members at the Gypsy and the Witch, which honestly, I feel like we are a little... I'm so blessed to have everyone over there, but we don't do a lot as far as like engaging people there, and that could be a goal for this year too. I'd like to do a little more than just share artwork there. So I don't know. I have all these ideas, right? What are you guys planning on doing? Or what are you doing today? How's your day going? Anyway, yeah, so stay tuned for that. Beading coming up. Oh, shout out to the Frugal Crafter, Miss Lindsay, I'll link it below. She did an amazing, like, basic beading tutorial video, which is really cool, and she covered all the basics, and I like her teaching style, so if you're interested in that, check her out. And honestly, I planned on I'm not going to talk about the beaded curtain video. I'm not going to talk about the beaded curtain video. I am going to use my shoulder as an excuse, though, as far as having to reach and hang things, but I have not forgotten. It is coming. But yeah, lots of beads, lots of good stuff. So shout out to Miss Lindsay. I brought up Dyson Deal again. Thank you guys for being there, and I need to film that. I want to have that up for the 1st, so that will be my first art project in a week or so. I'm going to work on that either later on today, not likely, tomorrow, this weekend. Nick is up this week, so I'll be having a lot more nest time, which will let me, get into some art projects more. And so that's what I'm going to be working on. And before you know it, it'll be time for a new Gypsy and Witch project. So good stuff there. So yeah, and I did find another channel that I wanted to shout out. So shout out to Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, and shout out to, her name is Jinty, Jinti, Jinty Fell, and her husband Chris, and their daughter Ayana. I believe everybody comes into your life for a reason, guys, at the right time. And sometimes that happens with YouTube videos too. And I just stumbled upon this channel while I've been recuperating, and it was exactly the medicine I need. And she has been part of the impetus for the new morning routine and things. We all influence each other. And I'll put their channel below. They are a couple who live with their daughter Ayana in a van. If you're a fan of tiny living and nomadic people, they live in Australia right now, but they live all over the place. They live in their van, and they're vegan, and they are amazing, and I love them, and they just have a beautiful family and a beautiful message and a beautiful channel, and it's just, as soon as I discovered them, I've been binge watching it. So check out their channel. If you go check them out, tell them Cali sent you. I would love that. And yeah, you guys, that's about all the catch-up I have. And like I said, I want to clean out the refrigerator. Isn't that exciting? And I'm not going to cook today, but I'm going to heat up some leftovers. I'll show you what I'm going to heat up. But last night, I came back to the cave last night. Nicholas came up. Oh, and poor Tom. I'm sorry. See, I'm like, I'm done talking. No, I'm not. My Tom was helping me. I had some stuff that we're sending down to North Carolina. And there was a big bag. And he came back here to the nest. I waited in the car, and I watched him carrying this bag. And he sat down and threw his back out. It was like the blind leading the blind. Here's this man who's like totally helping me, shoving me around, and he literally like crippled himself. And he's got a bad back from a bad car accident years ago, fused discs and all kinds of stuff. Well, he was in agony. So between the two of us, it was just awful. As far as, I mean, we were moaning and it wasn't, it wasn't awful. We had each other, and I told you how the week went, but I felt so bad for him. We were moaning in stereo. So Nicholas came up yesterday and was like a hero to the rescue. He helped me bring all my stuff back. He took his dad. We made him an appointment. Remember I told you I was going to go for that therapeutic massage, the medicinal massage at Body, Mind, Spirit? Well, once I found out that they thought I had a torn rotator cuff, I canceled the appointment. But we made an appointment for Tom to go yesterday, and he loves it. He made a chiropractic appointment too. So once I'm all healed up, I will be going back there as well for an adjustment massage. Who knows? Full service, tip top. I've never done anything like that, you guys. So, but he got so much relief, and he swears by. He had a great experience there. So that worked out well. And I think now that's it. So let me show you what I'm going to heat up, and we'll have a little lunch, and I think that's going to be it for the vlog, as I'm going to clean the refrigerator and take it easy today. Have I told you? I've been reading too, which I miss. I used to read, my whole life. I'm a reader. I love to read. But recently, social media has taken up my reading time, so I've been doing some reading, and yeah, I think that's it now. I'll see you by the refrigerator.
The sun refused to shine, I would still be loving you. When mountains crumble to the sea, there will still be you and me.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to heat up these leftovers and put them on a flour tortilla. I made this last night when I came home. It's just 3 peppers, a red pepper, yellow pepper, orange pepper, a yellow onion, a bunch of garlic, and these chicken meatless strips by Gardein, which are delicious. And all I did was saute this all up in the cast iron frying pan. I put some cumin, garlic powder, chili powder, and salt and pepper. I think that's it. Yeah, so let me heat this up and we'll wrap it up and I'll see you back for a bite. Okay, guys, there you have it. Nothing fancy. And I'm just going to put a little hot sauce. I don't have any like vegan cheese or lettuce or anything like that, but obviously you could put anything you want in here. So let me wrap this up and I'll join you back here for a bite, okay? Yum. You know it's going to be amazing, right? Okay, guys. Yum. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. Mmm. Oh my God, so good. Wow. What are you guys having for lunch today? Let me know. I'm going to finish this up, do the refrigerator. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. And try to chill for the rest of the day. Excuse me. I hope you guys are having a very refreshing day and know that I'm thinking about you and really appreciate you being here. Have I said that enough? I do. So enough of that. I'm going to say I'll see you next week. I'll see you before then with some artwork. Dyson deal for sure on the 1st. And we'll take each day as it comes, but I'm hopeful for even better things. So sending you guys nothing but peace, love, ear tugs for those grandkids of mine, and I love you guys so much. So I'll talk to you soon, okay? Have a great week. Take care. But before I go, let me just give you a before and after. So here is our before. And I'll be back with an after. Okay, guys, this is the disaster awaiting me. It's been about an hour, but I think it was worth it. Ta-da! Oh, yes. Very, very happy. Everything's been cleaned and wiped down and old food gotten rid of and you name it. I'm happy with it. I can see exactly what I have. And it makes me happy, this little Virgo. So, yeah, do you guys need to clean your refrigerator? It's worth it. I love you. That's it. Now I'm really saying goodbye, okay? I love you. See you later. Have a great week. And peace and love.